then we'll just decrease it along the edge. So you can feather your glycolic over here. Okay. Now we'll use acetone. So once again you can see that the amount of acetone we are using is just enough to moisten the cotton and not over soak it and have it dripping. So once again, same strokes. We'll watch for that area. Watch for that area. Yeah. Is this burning? No. Okay. Now once again, spirit. In her case, I have chosen to pre-cleanse with the traditional combination of spirit, acetone, spirit is because she has seborrheic skin, she's got a lot of secondary infection, and we would like to maximize on the glycolic acid peels percentage and pH. So this is why actually this way you can actually start with the lower strength. This is her first peel. So we can start with the lower strength of glycolic like 35% or even sometimes 20%. And still get a very good response. So your first peel you usually don't like to start with 50 or 70%. You like to build it up. So this way you can optimize on the strength of your peel by having a little more aggressive pre-cleansing with spirit, acetone and spirit. And this is the last time. This is the second application of spirit after having already used spirit and acetone once each, sparing the excoriated areas. Are you comfortable? Yes. Is it stinging or burning? No. Your strokes, as you notice, your strokes for cleansing should be very firm, gentle and follow one pattern. I'd just like to move the extraneous hair away from her face. Would you like to do it on the other side? All the way up to move it away. Remember, you don't want any hair as it will absorb some of the peel. That side done? Okay. Now we will take a moisturizer. This could be any good moisturizer, paraffin based moisturizer, and we'll with a earbud apply it to all the areas which you would like to protect from the peeling agent. So that is around the ala nasi, nostrils, around the eyes, the lateral canthus, medial canthus, along the angles of the mouth, could just spread this a little more. These are the areas where the peeling agent may sometimes collect. Actually, to prevent that, once again, when you take your peeling agent, once again, you should just make the gauze or whatever applicator, brush, gauze, earbuds, whatever you're going to use, just moisten them. There should be no dripping. That way, and the way you stroke also should be away from these areas. So the way you stroke the face should be away so that there's no chance of any droplets going into these areas. This will ensure not only that you're efficacious in your product usage, so you're economical with your product, you're not wasting it, but more importantly, you're not going to cause any glycolic acid burn on a mucosa or any dribble, which can then create an unnecessary pooling, collection and an over treatment of the skin. Since this patient, and you will have noticed a lot of your patients of acne, has excoriated areas, it is safer to protect them with a moisturizer or petroleum jelly, so you don't even accidentally rub the peeling agent over it or apply it over it as you stroke the face. I would like you to apply a little more here, please, on all of these. It should be blobbed like you've blobbed it over here, so that it's visible to the eye, so you know where to avoid. Yes, some more there, some here, turn the face. I think that's fine. That's okay. When you're applying the pre-cleansing agents, these also should be applied away from areas where any of them can accumulate, such as here. Therefore, your strokes should be away from the areas, and this is also true for the peel itself. It's most important that the peel itself is also applied away from any area where it may pool or accumulate. Now let's start with the peel itself. The peel is a 35% glycolic acid product which has a pH ranging from 0.3 to 1 but averaging at around 0.5, which means that it is a lotion, and it also means that it is, it comes with a dropper. It is a lotion, and it also means that it is rather acidic. So it's a very acidic peel. Remember, all acidic peels with a pH of less than 1.5 require to be treated with utmost care because they produce a reaction very rapidly and quite intensely, and so therefore this peel is only going to be applied for 2 minutes, whether it's the face or the body. You can use this peeling agent on the body as well, but wherever you apply it, you're only going to apply it for 2 minutes and neutralize, and do not exceed beyond because it's highly acidic. The pH is very low, and a low pH means that there is more free acid. More free acid indicates very rapid onset of action with very rapid uptake of the peel, and therefore it has to be quickly neutralized and effectively neutralized. So remember, you're dealing with quite a potent agent. I'd like to now put a few drops of the peeling agent into a glass bowl. 0.5 ml to 1 ml for an entire face, which is approximately 15 drops. 12 to 15 drops is what you require. In our clinic, we also keep a timer ready and handy so that we will actually time the peel from the time that we start applying it. Now, there are very many ways of applying a glycolic acid peel. You could either take 2 earbuds, hold them very close to each other, dip it into the product and then stroke the face. The idea is that a earbud can only absorb up to so much. There's never really any dripping, and it's nicely moist. You hold them together and then apply it in strokes such as this. In strokes such as this. Another possible way of applying a peel is a brush. So you can also dip this brush in the peel liquid, nicely impregnate it, fully impregnate the brush, press it against the peeling lotion, then wipe the brush against the edge of the bowl completely so there's no drip, and then you can use it to stroke it along the face. Today we will show you the brush technique. The other way is to take a piece of gauze. Now what we do is, we actually put a little cotton between the gauze and make a small sort of little square patch of it, and then we dip it in the peeling lotion. Once again, squeeze it and make sure that it is the whole gauze is completely moist. The whole gauze is completely moist. I have to say that the gauze method absorbs the maximum product. So from an economy point of view, your brush and earbud are more economical because the product usage isn't so much, and you can apply it as effectively as with the gauze. So it, however, is your choice. A lot of peel products come with a brush, or you can buy a brush as a standalone product, or you can use earbuds. The only thing about earbuds is that it's a very small area of surface which you use to apply. So since it's a very small area of surface to apply, you have to be rather fast, and you may tend to overlap unless you have a very practiced hand. So, and you remember, this is only a 2-minute peel, so you have to move rather fast, and you don't want to overlap too much in your hurry, because as you know, in glycolic acid you should not overlap areas.